everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing for the Bespin Gambit Ally and Villain packs. That's right, so if you are looking to upgrade the Bespin Gambit expansion, which is a small box expansion for Imperial Assault, these are the products that you need in order to take those cardboard tokens or references to these particular figures and bring them into the game in miniature form, as well as getting some extra skirmish maps for each individual one of these packs and side missions for the campaign. Now, it's yet to be determined, at least on my side of things, as to whether or not any of these are implemented into the app as of yet, but the likelihood of them being added in the future is high. So I can't speak to whether or not these will be in the app coming up anytime soon. This is all in Fantasy Flight Games camp in terms of when they decide to start merging this content into the app. But out of the box, you're guaranteed to get content that will add to a 1 versus many type game or a 1 versus 1 type skirmish game. So in those types of settings, these are still perfect. So I'm going to go ahead one by one. We've got a lot to cover in this one, so we're going to be going from the left to right across the top and then through the bottom, and this is in order as it is on the Fantasy Flight Games site in terms of number, in terms of release. So let's just move the ones off screen, the ones that we're not going to really care about right off the top, and then we'll start off with Bossk. He's going to be the first one that we go with. So let's do that. Let's get Bossk moving out. So this is what the front of his box looks like. Pretty cool. Pretty big fan of that. And I'm excited to cut into this and see what his figure is all about. So just bear with me here as I cut this off screen. Like I do with all of the unboxings for Star Wars Imperial Assault, I'm doing this off screen because I do not wish to end up injuring myself, as I've mentioned before. I'm really excited to add these guys in to my collection because there's a lot of really cool individuals with this particular set. So let's see, fired a piece of plastic across the room. That's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just digging in here to grab with the miniature, and then we can kind of go along with taking a look at this guy. So, first up we have Bossk, and here he is. So you can see, oh, that is pretty cool. So his miniature is quite nice. I'm actually a fan of that, so this is going to be fun. Again, like I've got to start a mass painting, I got to really get going on that. Kingdom Death Monsters really with its assembly of miniatures kind of taking away from my painting time. But I'd really enjoy getting these things to the table and painting them. So that's something I'm going to probably look to do in the future. But this mini, I'm a fan. I like it. So again, it comes with the typical packaging. Inside, you get a normal piece of paper that also has some sweet missions on it as well as some cards. Let's go through those one at a time. So, of course, Bossk is a born hunter. So here we go. This is his component breakdown. Bossk the Born Hunter. Of course, it has the skirmish map that you get in this particular one, which is actually quite large compared to most. It uses a lot of fairly large tiles as well. Let's see what's going on here. Hunter's Cache is what it's called. It's called the Bossk Hunting Ground. So again, you get all your skirmish rules off to the side there. Flip this over and you get, wow, that's a really interesting one called Gun Runner. So this is the side mission, the briefing, everything else, end of mission for Bossk to add this in as a side mission. And of course, it always lists out the tiles that you'll need for this. And as always, you still, of course, need the Bespin Gambit expansion in order to implement these ones in. So we'll put those off to the side for now. We'll do a quick run through of the cards. May not sit on them too long because we've actually got quite a few unboxings to cover in this video. So this one, oh, that's pretty cool. Liking that artwork. Grizzly Contest, Disorient, Wild Attack, Furious Retaliation, On the Hunt, Gun Runner, Bossk himself, there you go. So you get a card for him. There's his stats. Headhunter, very cool. And Scavengers. And Watch Your Step. Alright, so there's the cards for that particular one. Alright, next up, let's put those off this side. Moving along, going to Agent Blaise is next up here. So we're going to go ahead and cut into him. Imperial side of things. And now that last one obviously was in the Scum side of things. So let's see here. I'm really surprised with all the clamshells that I've opened to date that I haven't actually pierced skin yet. I'm waiting for that to happen because I think it was Fireteam Zero's unboxing where it actually cut me mid-unboxing and I was bleeding while doing the unboxing. That was quite pleasant. But these clamshells, even though they look dangerous, haven't yet cut me. So this is a really cool one. I like this one. So this is Agent Blaise. It's actually a really interesting... I really like the miniature on this one. It's a good sculpt. So you've got his helmet off there. He's kind of cheering, his fist in the air, or maybe he's just angry. But it's really cool. He's got his helmet in between his arm and his body. There's some good detail there. His gun's off to the side. And there's the back of him as well with his pack. Pretty cool. Like that. So we're going to go ahead and open up this piece of paper right here to see what comes with him, skirmish map-wise, and everything else. So you're going to get the ISB headquarters. Okay, now I know, first off the top of my head here, that this is one of the skirmish maps that is available. And some of these skirmish maps are as actual neoprene mats, tournaments, and they have all kinds of things on these particular mats. And this is one of the most popular ones. I have this in the neoprene mat form, so there will be unboxings for those neoprene mats later on for the skirmish maps. Not all of them yet, of course, but they seem to pick one every year or so and add it to the pile. Right here we got Security Breach, so this is going to be another side mission to add into the game. It looks like it's got a maintenance shaft and a hall, as well as the rules. Pretty cool. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Actually, sorry, I guess we got the cards here, so don't want to jump past that. Let's take a look at what the cards look like inside. Small and large. Okay. Starting off with Espionage Mastery for Agent Blaise. Very cool. Intelligence Leak, Contact Intel again, Hidden. It's beneficial. That looks very interesting. I don't know if this is a reference card or how that works, but that's a new something that I'm not too familiar with off the top of my head. Under Surveillance, Classified Techniques, Security Breach. That's an Imperial Intelligence card. Agent Blaise, there he is. There's his stats down below as well as his attack values and defense. Agent Blaise again, and again the differences usually come from these two symbols right here. In terms of different cards, relatively similar for the most part, I think, except for some of the actual main abilities. And then Zelo Technique. Oh, that's a very nice artwork on that one. I like that. Very cool. And then To Your Stations and Reconnaissance. Very cool. Those are some nice artwork on those ones, and I'm looking forward to adding this in as well. Alright, put those guys off to the side for now and move on to the next one. So the next up is going to be everyone's friend, Lando Calrissian. Well, I guess if you want to get backstabbed. Or at least get sold out. Lando is your man, so he is very hospitable and he will invite you to Cloud City, but he won't always, stay too kind and in your favor for too long if the price is right. Let's see here. Goes back. Here he is right here. This is actually quite a cool one as well. I really like that. He's grabbing his cape behind him. He's got the gun going and everything. I like that. Again, lots of action with the cape. Really cool. So that's very much representative of Lando Calrissian. So very cool. Happy with that sculpt in miniature. Let's take a look at the insert that comes with it. Of course, Lando Calrissian is a charming gambler, at least that's what they call him, in Imperial Assault, and that sounds pretty accurate. And then, of course, right here we've got the Lothal Safe House. Is the it looks like you're doing some dealing with hidden shipments and artifacts and things like that. Sounds right up Lando Calrissian's kind of ballpark. And then Paying Debts. Ironic, and that one is going to be your side mission, so Paying Debts with Lando Calrissian. Alright, let's move on to the cards. What we got for cards here? We've got Black Market Prices. He's a smuggler card, as you can see. Stole for Time, Leader or Spy. Tough Luck, use after your opponent rolls a die and remove the dice result from the results. That's awesome. Cheat to Win, yeah, he's a gambler. Hidden Again, Lady Luck. This is better than being good. Lando Calrissian's card itself. There's his health, speed, defense, and attack values. Heroic Effort. This is a skirmish upgrade. Paying Debts, which is a Bespin Outskirts card. Very cool reward. And we got Priceless Relics, and Illicit Reserves. Very cool. All right, so far I think we're getting to the halfway mark here. We still have a big box one to go through next. It's this guy right here. It's quite large. This is the ISB Infiltrators box. This is another Imperial box, but it is a large size box. So this one could end up having 3 figures, but sometimes these ones have 2. So we'll just rip into it and see. And from what I'm seeing on the back, it looks like 2 is how many is going to be in here. So let's get all this stuff out. Actually, there's quite a bit going on with this one because, of course, with the 2 characters. Let's see. Trying to pull this out relatively quickly. 2 individuals with this one. Very cool. Okay, so here are the ISB Infiltrators. 2 of them. Look very, very cool. I'm liking that. And flip them over so you can see the back side of them as well. And the detail there. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and, of course, there's stickers with these guys. So all 18s here. We also got large 18 tokens. Maybe there's more than just, you could have more than just the 2. Who knows? And then we're going to go ahead and open up our little pamphlet here to see what we've got inside in terms of maps. So the ISB training grounds come up again with the ISB Infiltrators. So you can see right down here, ISB training grounds, the databank panel, that type of thing. Now I could have been wrong. Maybe when I talked with the other one, the other ISB one, maybe that was the one I have the skirmish. I think this is the one I have the skirmish map for. I forget which one it is now. And this one here is a side mission into the unknown. Looks pretty cool. And then all the rules for that particular one. Alright, and of course cards. Let's take a look at the cards that come with. We've got ourselves Cut Lines, Strategic Shift, Calm Disruption, Data Thief, Hidden, Cautious Approach, Tactical Advance, Quiet Entry, Trip Mine, Misdirection, the ISB Hunter's actual card, 4/4 defense white, blue and green for attack. And their more elite status version, which is 6 and 4 instead of 4 and 4. Cross training is the skirmish upgrade, and that's what it does. Into the unknown, and then we've got counter, slice, and infiltration games. Very cool. All right, so we've got 3 more to go. We're kind of on a roll here. We'll see how much more we can get done. Let's see. The next one up is going to be a fan favorite. So this one is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fan favorite for sure. There he is right there. Really excited to have this one to add into the Rebel side of things. Really looking forward to adding this one in. So let's see what the sculpt is like. I'm hoping it's good. It's looking nice from the back of the box anyway. The back of the packaging, I should say. There's his stuff. Didn't do a really good job of cutting this one out, so it's going to be a little more painful to get out of the box. Hey, this is looking pretty good, and it actually also looks like his lightsaber has made it through unscathed. Let's see here. There we go. Very cool. So there's Obi-Wan Kenobi. That is definitely representative of him. See if I can get this to actually focus. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So there's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Some nice detail on that. That pretty much sums up what I would expect from him. Very nice in his full kind of cloak with the hood down. Lightsaber's nice and straight, surprisingly. There's no bending there or anything, which is nice. Sometimes those smaller tips on the plastic miniatures and things like that can go sideways. Let's go ahead and take a look at Obi-Wan Kenobi's actual pamphlet first. So the Jedi Knight is what they label him as, which is no surprise to anybody. Anchorhead Bar is his particular actual mission, or skirmish mission. Extraction point there. You got patrons and crates and stuff like that. And then on the other side, Deadly Transmission. Very cool. So you got the cantina, the alley, the hall, the back lots, all that good stuff. And of course your full mission briefing. Those are the 2 different missions you'll get inside of his pack. Cards-wise, you'll expect to get this one here. I Must Go Alone. If I can get this thing to focus. There we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi. A Powerful Influence. Force Surge. Ancient Lightsaber. Now that is cool. Blade Energy. Look at the attack dice there. Wow. 1,000 credits. Jeez, that looks fantastic. Obi-Wan Kenobi, there's his card, there's his health and speed. Oh my goodness, his attack's outrageous. And then of course a second version of him looks a little lesser on the scale. No, not really. I guess there's a little bit of differences there, only slight. in terms of abilities anyway. So wow, that's really cool, really cool. Channel the Force, of course, you got kind of showing him as a younger version of him anyway, like Anakin, or not Anakin, what am I talking about? It kind of looks like Anakin though, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe that's why I got confused for a second. Deadly Transmission, that's some great artwork as well. Gaining Favor, and what's the other one? Line of Fire. Alright, so those are the cards for him. That ancient lightsaber looked fantastic. That was really cool. So pretty much what I expected from him, or at least hope to get inside anyway. So I'm going to put his stuff over to the side as well, and we're going to go on to the next one. There's only 2 more to go. So the next one up is the Grand Inquisitor. Very interesting one. I'm not too familiar with this one. I'm kind of drawing a blank as to where he originates, and I don't know if this is a generic one or not. He's a Sith loyalist, apparently. So gives the Sith players some expanded options for sure with this particular character. So let's see. Oh, another guy with a lightsaber. Oh, this one's actually dual-bladed. Interesting. I hope I get this out without destroying the figure. This one's a little tough. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to pull this out without making any major mistakes. He's tightly in here. Tight squeeze for this guy. Wow, he is not coming out. There we go. Just took a couple little hits from behind to get him out. That's a pretty cool miniature though. So very interesting pose with him. He's got a lightsaber that's kind of like a hilt with a circle around it, and he's kind of holding it from the center. Double-bladed lightsaber, very much reminiscent of like Darth Maul, but very, very different in terms of what he's holding there. And I could be totally wrong. Maybe that's not a lightsaber at all. That could just be a straight-up sword. I'm going to take a look at his picture here again. I need to... No, that is a double-bladed lightsaber. Yep, that's pretty cool. Alright, so what is this guy? The Grand Inquisitor is a Sith loyalist, so that was right. He has a Kashyyyk Station map, which seems to be quite long. The weapon emplacement, data chips, things like that. It's going to be the skirmish map you're going to be going after. Wow, that's a pretty... I don't think I've ever seen the map go that far over. This one's called Cornered, and it's quite a large map. Or at least it looks big. Maybe it's just because it's using some of the larger tiles. And there's the missions for him. Very cool. Now let's take a look at his cards, and then we can move along to the very, very last individual. Alright, this one here. Hunt Them Down, the Grand Inquisitor. Deadly Precision, Force Rush, Electro Staff. There you go. So that's what that one's called. Wasn't too sure myself. This one goes for 1,250 credits, even more insane than even Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Cornered, targeted by the Empire when they least expect it. There's his card here. He's got 15 health and 5 speed. That is a deadly individual for sure. Advanced comm systems, true data, and heavy firepower. Very cool. So that was actually surprising how much the power behind this particular one. I don't think I was expecting him to be that much of a benefit to the Imperials. That's pretty cool. So let's throw those over to the side. And last, but certainly not least, our friend Greedo. So Greedo obviously going with the scum side of things. And we'll cut into his box, and this will be the very last one to rip into today. And then the next video up is going to be Jabba's Realm, the big box expansion. So that's going to be really exciting. So if you guys have been waiting to see what's inside Jabba's realm, then stick around for the next video to come out, because it'll be covering that particular expansion as well. Alright, here is Greedo's character, his miniature. Some good detail on him as well. So again, if you're loving the paint, this is going to be the guy you're going to want to get. He's got a lot of really small detail. I'll try to get there. There we go. Lots of good detail there and stuff like that. It's on the back of his head, or even on his head, a little kind of ribs with his on his skull and stuff like that, and his hair. Very, very cool. Guns even well detailed as well. Alright, moving on. We've got the pamphlet. He's considered an ambitious mercenary. So here is the hangar bay for him. A very cool setup for a map. Very much, there's multiple paths there going on. Pretty cool. There's some power cells happening. This is the skirmish map. And top one here, or the, I should say top target, is the side mission that comes with this one. And again, looks pretty cool. Has a storage room and a cantina. Cantina is to be expected with Greedo. And everybody knows that Han shot first. All right, pretty cool. Let's go take a look at the cards. See what we get in the cards. And then I think that'll wrap this up. So we got Stroke of Brilliance is Greedo's card there. Into the Shadows. Primary Target. Ooh, a D10-12 Heavy Blaster. Pretty cool. 600 credits. A nice item to pick up. Contract Gunman. Top Target. Hunter for a fee. Stealth Squad. Greedo right there. There's his abilities as well as his health and speed. Prey of the Week. Or Prey on the Week, I should say. The Hunted. And the fortifications. All right, guys, that wraps it up. So that's going to sum up the ally and villain packs to enhance the Bespin Gambit small box expansion. So hopefully this was helpful. If you guys are looking to pick up these particular ally and villain packs, at least now you know what's coming inside of them. And again, I hope you guys will join me as we open up Jabba's Realm next, which is a big box expansion for Imperial Assault. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you are on the Imperial Assault train and enjoying it. Let me know your thoughts in general about anything in terms of the unboxing, and or maybe which of these characters really stood out to you over the other ones. All right, guys, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Keep on rolling solo.